I'm just gonna take that the power things that you just said. Let's say the narcissistic person is X, right? And their partner is Y, and someone comes up to Y and they compliment Y. The narcissistic person doesn't feel jealous, but they feel good about it. In that case, like, how does that not create like a dynamic where the person who's complimented has more power than the narcissist?
It might. I mean, that's all I could say is it might, because I keep saying this, but I'm like a stickler for the details. I'd have to understand that a bit more. But it might, there's so many different iterations to that. One is because they're in this union, right? There's no separation between the
Mhm,
two of them.
mhm,
So a compliment for you is a
mhm.
compliment for me,
Okay, all
right?
right.
Because there's what we call a lack of, again, I'm borrowing from from psychoanalytic theory. There's
Mhm,
a lack of what we call self-other differentiation.
mhm,
That's the blissful union that I mentioned earlier. So if two people are merged in this kind of relationship and there's no separation, a compliment to you is a compliment to me because you belong to me. You are part of me. You are
mhm,
an extension of me. You're not your own individual person. So you get a compliment. I'm feeling pretty good right
mhm,
now. You
mhm.
see? So that's one iteration. That's one way it can go.
That makes total sense. Okay, so, when they speak about narcissistic people seeing their partners as an extension, this is what
Yes.
they mean?
Yes. Yeah. That you are part of me and
Mhm,
I'm part of you. That's that blissful union that I mentioned earlier. There's no separation,
mhm,
right? But let's think about that for a second.
mhm,
Because again, I'm borrowing a term that you used a little bit earlier. You
mhm,
used the term defensive. Remember that?
mhm,
So in a way, we could say this illusion of togetherness with no
mhm,
separation, no self-other differentiation
mhm,
is a defense as well. What is it defending against? So if I see you as a separate person,
mhm.
that means you have a mind of your own, right?
Ah, okay, yeah.
And if you have a mind of your own,
Mhm,
you could do something then that could hurt me, right? Like you could prioritize something over me,
mhm,
and that would be hurtful because I need you so much. I need you to be there. I need you to always be admiring, adoring, seeing me as right. So if you have a mind of your own, or like the example I gave earlier with the gaze, your eyes go somewhere else,
mhm,
that would be too painful for me to tolerate. But if I have this fantasy that the two of us are as one,
mhm,
right?
mhm.
Then there's no loss. There's no separation. And
Wow.
life is a lot easier because we don't have to deal with separations.